Hello, children. I am Sree Karuna, and I have come all the way from Vishakhapatnam to tell you a story. I'm going to tell a story, Indian folktale called The Drum. The folktale is Indian, but the kind of storytelling that I have brought is all the way from Japan. It is called Kamishibai storytelling. Kamishi means paper by theater. So, in short, it means paper theater. Let us open the doors of our paper theater, Kamishibai. Shall we? And here we go. Yes, the story of an folk tale. Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a boy called Achintya. He lived with his mother. He didn't have a father. Achintya used to play by himself, but of all the things he loved to play with, what do you think it is? It is a drum. One day, Achintya's mother was going to the market to sell some grains. She asked Achintya, Achintya, what would you like me to get from the market? And what do you think, children, that Achintya asked? He said, Mom, can you please get me a drum? And he started singing, I like to drum, to drum, to drum, drum, drum. I like to drum, to drum, to drum, drum, drum. Came back from the market and she gave him two twigs. And she said, Look, Achintya, please take these two twigs. They can be your sticks, drumsticks, with which you can beat the drum. Achintya understood that his mother did not have enough money to buy him a drum. He said, That is okay, Mom. Thank you for giving me this. And he turned a bucket upside down and started playing on the bucket with those two sticks beating, saying, I like to drum, to drum, to drum, drum, drum. I like to drum, to drum, to drum, drum, drum. And he went out to drum on other things in the nearby neighborhood. When he was walking with his two sticks and singing the same song, I like to drum, 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 whom do you think he met? There was a lady, and she had made some rotis, but she was sitting looking very depressed. Achintya asked her, What happened? She said, Oh dear boy, I have made the rotis, but I don't have any firewood to bake them. Then Achintya said, Don't worry, you can take these twigs and light up the fire. And the lady said, Are you sure? Of course, said Achintya. And he gave her the twigs. The lady baked some rotis and asked him to wait. And she gave a couple of rotis to Achintya and he thanked her for the rotis. He took the rotis and was walking, and then suddenly he heard a baby boy crying, Oh, I am hungry, I am hungry. The baby boy was crying, and the baby boy's mother was trying to pacify him. And then Achintya asked, What happened? You can. And then Achintya had, do you remember? He had two rotis in his hands. So he gave the rotis to the mother and asked to feed to the baby. The mother was very thankful. She said, Are you sure? Achintya said, Yes, of course. Please feed your baby. And the mother was very thankful. But she wanted to repay the kindness of Achintya. So what do you think she gave Achintya? She said, All I have is this clay pot. Why don't you take this pot and go? Achintya thanked her and started walking with the pot. When he started walking with the pot, when he went a little ahead, he saw one man sitting under a tree. The man was very unwell. He looked very unwell. Then Achintya approached the man with the pot and asked, Sir, what happened? You look very unwell. The man said, I'm very thirsty. The heat is so much. I haven't drank water for so long. Even my horses are very thirsty. Then Achintya said, Don't worry, I'll get some water for you. He had a pot, right? And he took the pot into a nearby pond and got some water. As soon as the man drank water, he felt very good. He drank water and he also gave his horses which were thirsty for water to drink. And when the man and the horses drank the water, they felt much, much better. And they were very thankful to Achintya. And the man said, "Here, you can take my horse. You actually saved the life of mine and my horses by giving the water at the right time." Achintya was so happy. He took the horse and he started going on the horse. Who, which small boy will not be happy by taking a horse, right? And when he was going, on the way, he saw that under a tree there was a groom. He was well dressed and a band of musicians. There was a drum and there was some other musical instrument. But they all were sitting with gloomy faces under the tree. Then Achintya approached the groom and asked, "What happened?" The groom said, "Look, we all have to go to my wedding, but as it is the custom, we are not supposed to go on foot. And the person who was supposed to bring a horse has not arrived. And I'm getting late for my wedding, and we have to reach at the auspicious time. Then the horse, why don't you take my horse?" The groom said, "Are you sure?" And what did Achintya say? He said, "Of course I am." And the groom was so happy. Then he asked Achintya, "What can I give you in return?" And Achintya said, "Can I please have the drum?" And the groom said, "Wait, I need to ask the musicians." The groom asked the musicians and gave the drum to Achintya. And what did Achintya want? He really wanted the drum, right? Achintya was so happy. He came home with his drum and showed his mother, and his mother was also very happy for Achintya. And then his mother and Achintya started enjoying the drum. When Achintya was singing, "I like to drum, to drum, to drum, drum, drum," and Achintya's mother started dancing. That is the end of the story, which goes that Achintya was building the bridge of kindness with everybody he met. And ultimately, God fulfilled his wish of having the drum.